Hi, my name is Tracy Cook, and welcome to the Faith Based Women in Business series. Join us for an enlightening conversation with a woman who's not just a leader, but she's a game changer. She's blazing new trails and creating opportunities for others to follow as a woman in business. You don't want to miss all of the valuable insights and the wisdom she has to share about being a faith based woman in business. Welcome, Joy Hackabeek.
Thank you. It's great to be
Welcome.
here. I appreciate you having me. And great job with the last name. I know it's not easy.
I nailed it. I nailed it. I don't like getting people's names wrong at all, but it is so great to have you here. And I'm so intrigued. Please tell us about who you are, what you do, and whereabouts you are.
Sure, sure. So, Tracy introduced me, my name is Joy Kakebeek, and I am from Kalamazoo, Michigan. I grew up in Southwest Michigan and have planted my roots here with my husband and our 16-year-old daughter. And it's been an interesting journey as far as my entrepreneurial journey goes, but I love all things healthy, holistic, and I really just kind of got started with um, non-toxic living through another business. And so it's really helped me as far as my overall health and wellness. I used to have like crazy things like allergies and asthma, fibromyalgia, severe food sensitivities. And I was introduced to these non-toxic products, and it just, wow, just elevated me to such a level where I could see, okay, my immune system was suppressed because of all the toxins. Once I got rid of all that stuff, my immune system got strong and I was able to get rid of all that stuff. I don't have allergies or asthma or fibromyalgia or food sensitivities or any of those things. And so I feel like, okay, the Lord just led me right where I needed to be so that I could learn about why I was experiencing the health issues that I was experiencing.
And what an important place to be as well, because sometimes we don't know what's in our cupboard, what's toxic, what's not, and we're misled by a lot of the media and the big multi companies that want us to have all these chemicals in our home as
Mhm.
well. So it's so important that you're shining light on this, toxin and toxic free living, because it just is a more natural way to go. It's great for the environment. It's great for our health, which is very
Mhm.
important. And what way do you believe your faith has equipped you with unique strengths and perspectives that has helped you kind of succeed in your business as well?
Well, success is one of those funny words. I've had minor successes, I've had my shares of ups and downs like any other business owner, right? So my success really is just being obedient to the Lord. And there's so many valuable words in the Bible that help us to be good stewards of what we have, but help us to be successful. And so I think about just reading through the book of Proverbs and so much wisdom that I can gather and glean on how I should live my life, but then how that reflects into my business dealings and making sure that I am doing everything with integrity, that I am being someone who can be trusted and can provide people with the information that they're looking for. Because there is a lot of noise out there when it comes to what is truly a safe ingredient and what isn't, um, what is a healthy option and what isn't. And there's what's called greenwashing, where a product might look really great, but then when you dig deeper, you find out it's not. But most people don't have the time to really dive into that. They just have to trust. And so I need to make sure that any of the things that I'm putting out on the market, they are truly safe. They are truly non-toxic. So people can know that I am doing the research on their behalf and they can trust my brand.
and letting people know who we are beyond the sale, and being in that integrity and that value and that belief, that only propels us. And it's just a right fit for those people that are magnetically attracted to us and want that kind of lifestyle as well, especially in the niche that you're in. And what are some specific ways that you incorporate any kind of social responsibility in your business practices, and how do you measure the impact of those effects as well, especially with the toxic free living?
Well, I think that a lot of the social aspects really start locally. Um, I think about my dad. My dad had an auto parts business for like 40 something years, and he was always pouring into the community, sponsoring Little League and the Wine and Harvest Festival and anything that our church was doing. His business was kind of on that forefront of supporting. And so I kind of do a lot of those same things, where if your child comes to me and says, "Hey, can you sponsor my, musical coming up, or can you donate a product for the raffle that we're doing?" I'm really, I say yes to a lot of those things, because I know how valuable and important it is to pour into the local community. And then, of course, my husband and I are faithful tithers to our church, but then above and beyond that, our offering, we support a lot of ministries that are near and dear to our hearts, especially ministries that are very active in sharing the gospel outside of our little sphere, outside of, the US even, and in countries where maybe the gospel hasn't been heard yet. And so we are very mindful of making sure that we're stewarding our income and stewarding any profits from our businesses in a way that is furthering God's kingdom. I mean, that's really the point in of having a business. God gives us the ability to have wealth, right? And he blesses the work of our hands, and we are blessed to be a blessing. And he wants us to have that overflow so that we can be generous on every occasion. And so that's kind of how we approach everything when it comes to our business. It's like, okay, how are we being obedient to the Lord? How are we being obedient to his calling? How are we being problem solvers, right, with our businesses? And how we can also make sure that other people are benefiting from the fact that God has called us to these certain positions.
Absolutely. I love the way you just kind of wrapped all of that up into a beautiful box and put a bow on it, because that just delivers so much value and perspective for people, really working from that place of being in alignment as well. And has your faith ever provided you with, that you were talking about network and support and things like that? What advice would you give to maybe other women in business that are seeking to build a strong support system?
Mm-hmm. Well, obviously, family is my number one support system, but I know not everyone has that strong family connection. And it may be a lot of times due to the fact that you don't live nearby your family anymore. I'm one of the lucky few who I moved away for a while, but came back. I wanted to have that strong family support, but I do a lot of networking with local business owners, and I'm very intentional about that. It's out of my comfort zone. I am definitely a bit more of an introverted person. I would rather just, stay home and read, or, just I just like being at home.
It's a great place to
quite
be.
honest. Right. So I have to, like, okay, if there's networking events that are happening and ways for me to get out and meet other people who are trying to build a business, trying to build a brand, trying to do similar things as me, I need to get out there, and I just need to get to know them and have, build relationships with them. So networking events, sometimes people look at it more like, oh, this is about, trying to get more customers for this, or trying to schedule this or whatever. And that can be true, but I really use it more as a tool for people to get to know me, get to like me, get to trust me, And so that they can feel confident if somebody has a need, that they can feel confident in recommending me and my products. So that's I would probably specifically search out local networking groups that you can get involved in.
Oh, most definitely. It's all about community and building culture. What kind of message would you like to leave the audience on today?
Just listen to what the Lord is directing you to. He's never, ever, ever going to lead you down the wrong path. And I tell you, when God planted in my heart to start a makeup line, I was just like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know anything about that. I mean, I was a high school and college level mathematics teacher. I didn't know anything about makeup. But he told me to stop looking for makeup to buy and instead research how to do it myself. I was like, okay, I guess I better do that. And so even if it sounds crazy, the Lord has specific plans for you and a purpose, and you are called to that purpose. And sometimes we discard it, but really it's so valuable to just listen to what the Lord says, spend time with him daily, spend time reading his word daily. He will tell you what steps to take. He will tell you what direction to go, and he will always lead you to triumph because we are more than conquerors.
We are more than conquerors. What a great message to leave the audience on today. And Joy, we're going to be sharing where to connect with you. Make sure you subscribe and comment. It's been an absolute pleasure. You have just shared so much perspective and value as a faith-based woman in business with messages of impact, and you're helping and serving so many communities, having toxic-free living and all of the goodness that goes with that. We wish you all the best in your business endeavors, and we'll see you on the next Faith-Based Women in Business episode. Thank you, Joy.